Hello everyone, my name is Serge. I'm gonna do my assignment number 6. Um, um, I got like 2 different sessions to deal with today. First one is about creating 2 different classes. The first one I called it class 1, and it got a main method. Second one I called it class 2, and doesn't have any. It doesn't have a main method. This class 2 has 2 different constructors that are created. As you know, a constructor is basically like a method, but a constructor that should have the same name as the class. As you can see, it has the same name as my class, and doesn't have to. It must not have a return type, and it should also be not static. You can also choose to make it public or non-public. In my case, I chose them to be public. Another difference between my 2 constructors is that one is it doesn't have any parameter, and the second one it got 2 parameters, which are integer data types. Another task to do about these 2 constructors is try to make a chain between them, and to do that there is a keyword that we use, this one right here, and you have to make sure it's the first thing that comes right in the body of the constructor for that to work. So in order to invoke this chain, we have to create an object under our main method right here. Here is my object, and as you can see on the right side of it, I got the constructor. It means that by the time we create an object, our constructor is already involved in the formula, which is going to help us to call our chain. Let me just run it and see what we got. Yeah, as you can see, we have 30 and class 2 printed out. The way our code was executed is just, as we know, it's just from the top to the bottom. The first run of code is gonna try to print out the first line that we have in our body, and as this one is gonna ask us to use 2 different integers, and just jump to the second constructor where we have an addition of 2 digits, and just executed this first statement, which gives us 30, and then it went back to the first constructor and printed out the second statement. So that was the first part of my assignment. The second one is about access modifiers. We have been asked to give different access modifier that we have in Java, and try to explain a little bit about them. So the Java provide 4 access modifier, which are namely public, private, protected, and default. This modifier specify which class can access which other classes or method or even variables. I tried to put them in this package that I created, and I'm gonna try to go through each and every one. The first one is public, as I mentioned, and for a class or method to be specified as public, it has to be accessible from any class or package, either inside the same, if there is inside the same package or outside the same package, you can any class or method can access it. And the second one is protected. This is also another access modifier. For the protected, the access level has a scope that is within the package. It means to access it, you have to be those a class or a method that should be in the same package as the one you want to access. A protected method or class can be also accessed outside the package, but this is going to be done through inherit the class or child. It means in order to access a protected class or method that is in a different package, that class should inherit the protected class first for that to work. That's the important thing to mention on that. And another one is called private. It's another modifier that we got. When a method or a class is private, then it cannot be accessed outside of the class. For that to happen, though, there is another process that we call encapsulation that can help us to access a private method. Basically, you try to create a public method, another public method under the private class, to be able to call to access that private class from another class. So other than that, a private class or method should only be accessed from within the class. The last one is default. This one right here. So it means in front of the method you got it. There's nothing mentioned, either public or private or protected. It means that it's a default. Whenever a specific access level is not specified, basically that's when we call it a method. We have that's when we have a default modifier. So it's accessible inside the package, but it is not accessible from outside the package. They have to be in the same package. So I think that's all I got for today, and I thank you very much for your attention. I hope to see you in my next video.